you left WWF in '97, and then you went to WCW. You were the Millennium Man. You and Randy Savage. I mean, what a pairing that was. And then obviously you would have these promos. Like there's the famous one on YouTube about you have half the brain that I am, and I have half the brain that you do, with Hall and Nash. That's on there.
Go ahead.
I mean, please defend that one. Go ahead.
This is the thing, guys. You got to realize is I consider I did a decent interview in my life. So Vince Russo and Ed Ferrara comes in, and Bill Bush is the new guy in charge. He says, Sid, we need to get you to do what these guys ask you to do, because if you do it, everyone will follow what you're doing. Yeah, right? And so they came to me with that interview. Now, you don't realize this is my home state. They're chanting Suey Pig for Arkansas. And then when they gave me that interview, I asked them, are you really kidding me? And it wasn't really that simple. It wasn't, you have the half the brain. It was like, you are the half a brain I am, you are the half a brain, or something. I went, I can't even say that, you know? And so that was the writing for Vince Russo and Ed Ferrara. I will never take the credit for that interview.
Nor should you ever. Okay, we've got some, if there's any questions for Sid, put your hands up. We've got people, got a mic around. Give us your name, where you're from.
Hello, Sid. How you doing? Pav from Slough down in London. Nice to meet you. Pleasure. One thing I want to say is, like, obviously the most cringing video on YouTube that you have to watch, but you don't want to watch, but it's just one of those things you have to see, is just when you broke your leg, jumping from the top rope. So I just want to know, from that time, did you ever try that move before or anything, and then what was going on in your head afterwards, because it was, you know, cataclysmic. So
the thing was, WCW was within months of folding. They give a guy who maybe might turn out to be maybe one of the dumbest people in the world, Johnny Laurinaitis. They gave him like a one-day position to be like the booker, the guy that came up with ideas. So he thought, with Scott Steiner, if you watched him, if he took a high boot in the corner, he took it really well. It looked like it could, and he really did run his face into your foot really hard. So Johnny says, we're going to do something really crazy. We're going to get you to jump off the second rope and give Scott a high knee. Now, the deal was, I was still recovering from total shoulder surgery. I couldn't really support myself. And I told him I didn't feel comfortable doing that. Well, he tells me, we've already got it written down. It's already in the back. We can't get out of it. So 2 or 3 different times I came to him through the day and said, I just don't feel comfortable with that. And so they just wouldn't bend. And so what happened when I jumped, if you notice, Scott he stopped coming in. When he stopped it, I'm not going to hang up there for very long. So I had to make a decision. I'm going to land on my left leg, and I'm going to give him a knee to the head. And what happened, what I feel like, I've never watched the video, I think I came down at an angle. And when I came at that angle, it was just enough to snap that part of the leg. And I've never seen the video.
Where I finally do get in the locker room with Roman and we hit it off and all that kind of thing. Whether that would have happened while Vince was in charge or not, I don't know. I just know it didn't happen while Vince was in charge, and then Hunter ended up taking over. And about a month or so later, that's where we ended up. So, you know, whether it's coincidental, whether it's not, whether the trajectory would have been the same or not, I don't think it would have gone exactly the same any way you cut it, because those are two different people with two very different visions.